3 monetizes your pain like a woman. Now, I'm a Dark Souls 3 enjoyer. It's been quite a few years since I played it. I should play it again. We will at one point. I might even stream it, but for now, let's watch Fleek's video on it.
Dark Souls 3 is like a woman. It's irrational, crazy, and anytime something goes wrong, it's not their fault, it's your fault. All the enemies taking out your entire health bar with one shot to compensate for a lack of unique moves. Get good. You don't want enemies clipping through the floor into the abyss? Get good. Final boss, the worst boss in the game? Get good. And yet still in a fit of anger at 2 a.m. after 90 minutes of putting up with its bullshit, when you try to walk away from it, you can't. It's in our nature to love Dark Souls. Unless you're gay.
It is. True!
Dark Souls is a special type of voluntary torture only matched by people who watch golf. Unironically, it's a lethal injection of something.
Anyone of you guys ever play golf? I don't see the appeal in golf. Ever. Like, bro, that shit's so boring.
The human mind wasn't built to understand. I'm supposed to be serving in the Great Dirt Mound Turf War of 3000 BC, throwing swings with clubs and dying at 16, and instead I'm here trying to fight two massive
Wii golf, mini golf. What the hell?
Fucking demons that can attack through each other for 2 goddamn hours. Oh, and look, this one can fly above the fucking camera. This game is pure distilled cortisol, and in many ways, it's what I consider the Antichrist to my dearly betrothed prototype. Despite both being 9 parts gameplay and a dash of story, prototype
Onion Knight
had a relieving, soothing, and comforting gameplay loop that was better than charging the Super Soaker. Dark Souls
was my first ever Souls game, whichever you want to call it. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved to hate it so much. Oh, and I hated it and I loved it. And it was so much pain. But I did manage to finish it. My favorite boss in Dark Souls is... what was the dragon's name? Medir? Yeah, I believe so. Fucking Medir, man. Bro, that dragon had me go insane. Were you gooning and hating to it? Of course I was. I was hating and gooning and hating, and when I couldn't goon, I would hate some more. I tried playing Dark Souls and gave up 1.5 hours in. After finishing Hollow Knight, I'm trying to beat Dark Souls 1. I don't know if I ever want to go to Dark Souls 1, because Dark Souls 3 just had so many improvements over Dark Souls 1 in terms of, like, gameplay mechanics and controls. Like, I know it's a good game, but I'm also just being stupid.
Feels like charging into a fiery building for $60 and then revisiting it every once in a while when you need to remember what it's like to feel that. This game will drive you to drink because of its non-stop, relentless nagging. Ooh, you were auto-locked to the next target. We made you dodge off the fucking cliff. Ooh, we should go meet with my friends on Friday. You never do anything for me. Ooh, you got one shot. And one shot. And one shot. This game will get you so twisted up that you'll
oh my god,
hypothetically fall into a painting and start getting your cheeks clapped so hard that seismologists mistake the readings for earthquakes. Then spend the next 2 hours trying to persevere through these crackhead demons, getting fucked by nature's.
Oh my god, I'm just getting PTSD from seeing all of this again, man. Oh my god, the PTSD. What about the punishment stream with DS2? Absolutely frickin' not.
So hard, I thought I'm playing Baldur's Gate, but the whole time I'm sticking with it, assuming this is just what they call the Dark Souls. Only to then be told, that's a level 80 area, you're level 40, you fucking half-melt Sunday. But now can I tell you something else? What Dark Souls teaches you above all is how to turn shit.
Oh my god. Freaking foreskin. Oh, that's good.
Into shoe shine. And so instead of fighting all these enemies that were pushing my shit in, I instead let them push themselves right off a cliff so that I could collect that life insurance check like a gold digger in South Beach.
Was it Charlie Scream?
Be 20 easy levels.
Oh god. Easy though. My favorite weapon, like, I'm seeing he's using a club here, right? My favorite Dark Souls weapon is One of the weapons you got from defeating the, oh my god, it's been so long. The Abyss Watchers, I think they're called. Abyss Watchers, yeah, I think that's the one. I think so. That was my favorite weapon, bro.
Now let's get balls deep into making you Dark
Yeah, exactly, the Wolf Knight Greatsword, yeah.
Deck Riders angry.
Sorry, let me rewind.
Now let's get balls deep into making you Dark Souls Deck Riders angry. This is gonna be the weirdest recommendation you've ever heard. Dark Souls is not a fun game. It's a rewarding game. It's the
Absolutely.
difference between surviving a water park and surviving the set of Saw. You're a moron if you didn't survive one. You're a statistic if you don't survive the other. You're also a little bitch. You move slow, you hit slow, and you die quick. Dodging is king, blocking is queen, and parrying is the side piece on the other side of town.
What button does parry? I never parry. I never fucking parry, man.
And of course, backstabbing is the god that
I don't
rules
backstab
above all
either.
else. The hitboxes are tighter than my busted nuns. And with only a few moves, you're constantly placed at the feet of Goliath as you hear a distant good luck. So the first thing you do is die repeatedly.
You die.
As the game gives you the cold shoulder, really letting you simmer in your own confusion. You know something's wrong, but anytime you ask it, you don't get a real response. And then you think you got it, but you don't. The best you can get is floor markers, but this is the advice of
Try fingers butthole. There it is. The classic. The freaking classic, man.
broken men. No, what you have to do is study the game and read its fucking mind so that you can calculate exactly what the problem is, then overcome it. Now do that 5 more times for every other move in the moveset, and it never ends until the game ends. Try going online and asking for help, and you'll be met with a collective get good. And now what they mean by this is that you should go find the 20 wiki windows, 10 videos, and 2...
Oh my god, freaking extra drive. Also, if you play Dark Souls or Souls games with a keyboard and mouse instead of a controller, why you like this? Why you like this? Why do you like to suffer? Why do you already want, like, why you're already playing a game that makes you suffer, right? Why do you want to suffer ×5? I want to feel pain. Fair.
Spreadsheets, they have papered across their walls and maps out the perfect strategy to maximize DPS, HP, UPS, FedEx, and fucking Digimon so that they can one-shot every boss. And listen, I'm all for it. I'll get good with the single most brain-rotted build you've ever seen. Bitch, did I just catch you trying to use magic?
Magic users. Disgusting magic user. I spit on you. Disgusting. Hexagon is a magic user. The only game I use a controller for is Forza, everything else is keyboard. Spit on
you. You trying to read the wiki for meta build?
Oh my god!
You know how to use the LT attack?
Oh my god!
What you need to understand about me and my way of playing Dark Souls is that I do it my way. Yeah, that makes sense. People are trying to tell me, oh, use the fabulous Knight of Wonderland's Black Penetrators hard for the max DPS perk. Shut the fuck up!
Oh my god, again!
It's called the Triple T build. Target the taint, then run like hell. Read it and weep, pimps. This mirror image is like 3 Vietnams for Dark Souls fanatics. But if it makes you guys feel any better, at least I started this run by choosing the deprived class instead of being a little bitch.
Yeah, okay, I'm a little bitch. I do select Knight or whatever. I deprive. Come on, come on, man. I don't want to extra suffer. I just want to suffer.
Choosing Warden. And why, Fleek? Why, I hear you plead? I didn't want the game to ruin perfection. And now you may be also asking, Fleek, how does one play such an advanced build? And to that I respond, Pimp, once you start this path, there is no going back.
True! True and facts! From what I've heard, the only thing Souls players hate more than a mage build is a bleed build. True and facts ×2. Fuck bleed builds! I say as I played with Millennia Sword. I believe it had bleed on it. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while.
It means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Are you ready for that? I mean, really ready for that? Don't say anything because I will disown you if you say no. Now here's the secret formula. Hold RT.
Ooga booga! Ooga booga! Ooga booga!
It's a way of living. See a boss that you could one-shot if you ran around him? Take him head on, and if your sword isn't reaching the enemy because the game doesn't want you to be fighting him this way, get out a bigger sword that...
True! Ooga booga this bitch! Ow! I hit my hand on I hit my knuckle on my keyboard. This is why keyboards are just inferior to controllers. Hi, I saw you tweet and decided to come follow and show some support. Have a nice stream. Thank you!
Can.
Ooga booga! Ooga booga!
See a horde of enemies? See the stamina bar? The Oonga Boonga Boogaloo Triple T Deluxe build is all about being too dumb to quit. The only change in our strategy is the length and or the quantity of big weapons that we bring to battle. Other than that, get the chloroform rings so you can microdose meth to regen stamina faster. And as for the armor, become rotund. Now I'm gonna give you a second to cool off by talking about the story. People always go on about how awesome the Dark Souls lore is if you read all the wikis and chiseled tablets and...
I'll be honest, I only got half of the lore of Dark Souls, and yet it's still an amazing game. Like, overall, I get it, like, the kings just, like, kinda abandoned their place or whatever, and you gotta kill them because they don't want to come back, so you gotta, like, come back to link, like, the soul, the fire. And then, like, you do that, and then you fight, like, the Swords of Cinder or something, and then there's, like, multiple endings, and, like, I don't know, man. I just went Oonga Boonga too. I just went, like, bam, bam, bam. Big sword, big boss, bam! Dark Souls 3 stream when? I don't know. I have so many games started that I didn't finish yet. On stream, that is.
Talked to all the NPCs, and so I took a brief look at it, and this is what I can surmise.
What the? Nice. Nice. I just know there's the woman in DS1 with giant... That's a giant and has big booba. Yeah, that's about my knowledge about DS1 too. And then you can cut off the tail for an extra weapon or something.
Fuck is this piece of shit?
Did you really think I can read? Now getting back to making the Dark Souls fans angry, most of these bosses ain't shit. The enemies with branding irons that shrink your health bar if you violate the restraining order are more challenging to fight than most of these bosses. Once you learn the whack-ass timing of their swings where they go all like... You see that most of them are pretty simple movesets that largely rely on doing...
I could... Sorry for pausing in the middle of it. I could install it right now if you guys wanted to. If you guys wanted to watch me play today, I guess. If I could, like, go on Steam right now, press install Dark Souls 3 and install and install. Yeah, it's installing.
You see that most of them have pretty simple movesets that largely rely on doing high damage rather than being highly aggressive or highly extravagant, including the final boss. I was expecting some grand spectacle, you know, some big old demon monster with some crazy drop the sun on you twice, 3 AKs, and a nice katana, 6 arms looking goofy goober.
But then it's just a man. It's just a man.
I just got a dude. Now, with all that being said, my hairline receded 12 inches because of these two bosses alone.
But what hairline? You ain't got no hair!
With all that being said, my hairline receded 12 inches because of these two bosses alone, and both of them were completely optional. It's like all the pain that was left off the table in the basic bitch base game bosses was all reallocated into making these two a living hell. And no, it's not a coincidence that both of them can fucking fly above your camera. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So the Nameless King has 2 phases, the Dragon phase and the No Dragon phase, but both phases features him...
The Nameless King is pretty pork.
Dragging his nuts across your face. Fighting this man for 2 hours is like 2 hours of edging testicle torsion. I thought it would get better once I killed the dragon that can drop the sun on you, but then the second phase is just, what is he doing over there polishing his blade down? Then the other boss is a separate case of 2-hour torsion, except this time the first phase is,
you know.
Shit. But then the second phase is all directly all
Okay,
the
I see the problem.
The longer I go without playing Dark Souls, the more I want to play the first 2 games in search of that feeling that we once shared. Also, I hear they have incredible.
There she is! There she is! Ladies and gentlemen.
Feeling that we once shared. Also,
there she is. That's what DS1 is known for. The big booba.
I hear they have incredible, massive, absolutely beautiful chests in Dark Souls 1. You know
Amazing
what? I'm
chest
buying it,
ahead.
I'm doing it. Anyways, I would say that you should play Dark Souls.
I actually bought Dark Souls just a few days ago, like the first one. And oh, I'm getting a call. I'm so sorry. Give me a moment. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my pizza coming in. I forgot what I was saying.
Dark Souls 1. You know what? I'm buying it. I'm doing it. Anyways, I would
Oh yeah, I recently just bought Dark Souls 1 because it was on sale. Right, that's what I was saying.
say that you should play Dark Souls 3, but I'm pretty sure it's against YouTube toss to threaten someone like that. Besides, I want you to preserve that beautiful, pure mind of yours, because after playing this, I'm not sure I have much sanity left.
Oh yeah, I think that's where it all went wrong for me too. Not League, not my stepfather. Dark Souls 3.
The prophecy has gone. We're going down to the pizza party.
Pizza party!
Let's go on to the pizza joint. Let's go
Pizza
to the
party! I just got pizza!
Look at the game.
It's like in you!
Do you see?
What's going on?
That's right.
Huge thanks to the flock of pimps for funding this pain, and all the pimperers for keeping this clown car packed with nitro. And welcome to the new pimperers. Pimperer the Pimperer of Mankind, Pimperer Ben Carmine,
Yo!
Pimperer 12-piece Spicy, Pimperer Captain
All the
Tight,
pimps.
Pimperer Tyrion Dracone,
Oh my God.
Pimperer Herschel, and Pimperer Smokey Rider. Thank you, pimperers. This shit is crazy. I love you, pimps.
All the pimpers. Damn, all the pimpers, man. What's up?
Dark Souls 3.
Oh, amazing video. Honestly, I'm amazed that I haven't heard of FLEEKAZOID earlier. Here's a link again. Again. I bet you all know him already apart from me though. Yeah, awesome video. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. Come join the live streams if you want to see gameplay of me. Oh, bye-bye!